But let me ask you this question. Imagine if George Bush were to announce here in the fading twilight of his presidency that in order to prevent terrorists from infiltrating American political parties and thus exerting control over American government, we need to introduce the Patriot II Act. And the Patriot II Act would require citizens to report to the government their political activities, and the government would keep that in a database, which, by the way, they would then make available to private individuals like employers or maybe groups that might want to protest outside your home as to what your political activities were. What do you think would be the reaction to that law? Well, I don't know. I know some people I think would support it. That was a great idea. I know on America's political left would go berserk. They would go absolutely nuts. Well, you know what? We have that law already, and it's called campaign finance. It's called the Federal Election Campaign Act, which requires you to report to the government, or requires the campaigns to report to the government people who give them money, right? And the government keeps that in a database, and they make that available to anybody can go online and look stuff up on the internet. There may be some benefits to disclosure of at least large contributions, but at a minimum, it seems like we don't need to be disclosing, every penny instantly over the internet. You hear people say that sometimes, even those who generally, as I do, favor deregulating in the system, but they're kind of like, but we'll disclose everything. And they usually pound the table to show how serious they are about this instantly, on the internet, every penny. And I'm like, no, we don't need every penny. We don't need it instantly. One of the things that disclosure also does, beyond the privacy invasion, is it's one of the toughest things for grassroots organizations, for true small-timers, political newbies, we might say, to comply with. For example, let's suppose I decide to start a little political committee, and I'm going to, lobby on some state ballot issue, or I'm going to try to support candidates or whatever it is. It's pretty easy for me to grasp some of the basic rules. Okay, I can't take, maybe in the state, I can't take any corporate contributions. I can't take any contributions over $10,000 or $1,000 or whatever it is. Those are pretty easy rules to explain to the treasurer, and everybody knows them. What's hard is filing all the reports. That's what takes time and expertise, and that a lot of people have a great deal of difficulty doing. So these disclosure regimes further professionalize politics and make it harder for the average citizen to participate in politics.